What is up, guys? Motovillain here, back with another video, and I want to talk about good habits. Some good habits to make when you're just starting a ride, or maybe you've been riding for a while and you're gotten lazy, whatever the case. Let's go ahead and get this cold start going. Yeah, she is cold, but you're looking for something to practice or think about. You just started riding, and you definitely want to make some good habits, especially when you're just starting. You want to do this stuff enough to where it becomes, you know, like second nature to you, and you just do it without even thinking. And I think that's going to help more than anything. It's going to make you more comfortable. It's definitely going to help. So before you go for your ride, check your bike out, check your air pressure, you know, check your oil, which I done a while ago. Straighten your bike up and just check the little glass, make sure you're full. Look at your brake fluid, check it front and rear, make sure you ain't got a little leak or something going on. You never know. Look at your brakes, squeeze your brakes, kind of check everything out. Maybe on the last ride you caught a stick somewhere and didn't realize it, or something like that happened. So that's the first good habit, is just look your bike over. It don't take but a couple minutes. Just take that little bit of time, have a little bit of patience, and look your bike over, because it may save your bacon. So that's number one. Check your bike over before every single ride, no matter what. Look it over real well, and you'll feel better about it, and it'll become a good habit, just something to do before you ride. That's habit number one. And as the bike warms up here, let me get my phone up. My little cheap phone holder. Alright, she's getting warm. Alright guys, so number two on the good habit list, while we go for a little cruise. It's a beautiful day out. Alright, so the second good habit I think everybody should work on, new rider, old rider, it don't really matter. Try to be smooth as possible. What I mean by that is, when you're hitting the gas, using the clutch, just take your time and kind of go slow. Changing gears, back on the gas again. Try to be as smooth as possible, and you try that every time you ride. Just try not to buck yourself around. Be as smooth as possible, and you'll notice that it'll become like second nature. And smooth can be fast. It just makes a better rider all the way around. And when you hit the brakes, coming to a stop, just gradually squeeze, and before you know it, you realize that you're kind of learning and feeling the transfer of weight when you go to stop. And that's when you can tell that you can really lay onto the brakes, which leads into my next point, is get out there and practice your emergency stopping. Stuff like that's always going to help you. You never know what's going to be out there in front of you, and it's good to know how fast you can stop your motorcycle. And if you don't practice that, you don't know. And if you don't practice it, you also may freak out when something happens and slam on those brakes, and then you're either going to flip over the handlebars or slide out. Either way, you're excuse me, probably going to wreck. So number two, just be smooth. Brakes on the gas, on the clutch, no matter what kind of input you're putting, be smooth as possible, and put that into practice every time you ride. You'll notice some big changes for sure. Alright, so we're moving right along. Number three. All right, say you're pulling up to a light, stop sign, whatever, but mainly when you're riding through town or on a bypass, you come to a light, always check your mirrors, look behind you, make sure you don't have somebody rolling up on you. Just get in a habit, kind of like you do in your car. Check your mirror, make sure nobody's flying up behind you, keep it in gear, downshift to first gear, and stay ready. You know, just be prepared. And when you come up to that light, make sure you got an outlet to where you can take off if you need to, just to be safe. You know, at first it may feel like a chore, or you may want to relax your hands for a minute, but once you get used to it and you do it every time, it's going to become second nature, and it's just going to be automatic. You'll just do it without thinking. So try to practice that every single time you come to a stop. Be prepared, pay attention to your mirrors, give yourself an outlet, and do that consistently. And I think before you know it, you'll be doing it every time, and it may save your butt from getting smacked in the rear end, and just be prepared, because you never know what's going to happen. And another spin-off of that one, if your wrist and stuff is getting tired and you want to put it in neutral to rest your hands, at least make sure the car behind you has stopped or nobody's around, and you're probably holding on to the grips too tight. So, you know, try to be easy on it, which leads in to one of the next ones, is be light on the grips. Stay very light, don't squeeze too hard, just kind of hard enough to keep yourself from flying off the back. Just use your legs, squeeze the tank, kind of use your lower body to loosen up your top, the top half of you. Try to be as free and loose as possible, and you'll notice that your arms and wrists and hands won't get so tired, and you ride better also whenever you're staying loose like that. You turn better, the ride's better, everything seems to be flowing. You know, you're not fighting against the bike to ride it. So just learn how to be easy on the grip. Don't hold it like you're swinging a baseball bat or a golf club, which actually you're supposed to hold those kind of loose too. So I guess that's a bad analogy. Just try to be easy. In other words, if your wrist is getting tired, lighten up the grip. Just practice that until it's just the way you do it and it's normal to you. And last but not least, number 5, always clear your mind. You're out here to ride, have fun, and enjoy yourself. So clear your mind before you go for the ride. At least stop for a second if you're aggravated and think about it. Like, I've took off on bike rides really mad, and I always end up doing something that I normally wouldn't have done, driving a little crazy or whatever the case, and it's not going to help anybody. You know, you're not going to impress anybody. You ain't going to do nothing but hurt yourself or somebody else. So these are made to be fun. If you have to take a walk, take a breather, take whatever time you need, woosah, whatever, do something, just clear your mind, chill out. If you're mad or you got something going on, which